d'Agata here, and with Stefano Frascolla. You all might know Stefano as the owner and really the soul and heart behind Tuarita, one of the world's most famous wineries. But in fact, Stefano Frascolla and his family also own another estate, a little south of Tuarita, always on the Tuscan coast, called Poggio Argentiera. Now, Poggio Argentiera is a remarkably important winery because it's in the area where they make Morellino di Scansano and the other wines. And historically, this is an area with many, many wineries and many, many producers. But already in the early 2000s, when I was coming here regularly, I used to live in Rome, and I came regularly to taste every year all the vintages. Poggio Argentiera was always one of the three best wineries when it came to making Morellino di Scansano wine and the other wines of the area. So it's an actually important winery that was taken over by Stefano Frascolla. Now, in 2015, Stefano, you had your hands full with Tuarita, world-famous winery, world-famous wines. How come, what made you get the bug to buy Poggio Argentiera?
Well, we decided Tuarita is still a family winery. For this reason, all the main decisions we keep make together. We wanted to increase our vineyards. We wanted to increase our range of wine, but we want to maintain Tuarita like a family winery, and for this reason we decide not to invest again to a large vineyards, build a new cellar, or have more bottle there. But we decide to buy this winery. Is a winery that we know very well since the beginning, and we like in the past more now the wines. For this reason, we try to make a new adventure in the Maremma that is really a fantastic area.
So this is basically a new investment for the Frascolla family, and they didn't want to increase the hectares of Tuarita, wanted to keep it in the family domain and a family-run winery, so they decided to expand to Poggio Argentiera. But like I say, an important expansion because this is really historically one of the very, very best wineries of the Maremma, which is the southern part of the Tuscan coast, even more south than Suvereto, where Tuarita is located. There's about 80 kilometers between the two, but it's a really different world. So Stefano, how are the wines of this part of Maremma, of this southern Tuscan coast, different from Suvereto?
It's a very different area because Suvereto is very hot and very dry. And for this reason, the soil is a poor soil. It's very rich of stone, but the only cultivation that we have in Suvereto area is the vine, the vineyards, and the olive. Here is a different land. It's more balanced like climate. It's not so hot like the upper part, and it's a little bit more rainy, and also the soil is more rich. It's a good soil. The wines are very have a very good flavor, very good aroma, and also because we want to produce here wines very approachable, very simple to drink, to offer our winemaking style to a lot of people, a lot of new consumer, producing wine, I repeat, very approachable, very easy wines.
And that's actually an important thing about Poggio Argentiera. It's an estate where remarkably just about every grape variety seems to do very well. Okay, so they don't plant Riesling here because it's too hot, but the grapes they have planted, from Cabernet Franc to Syrah to Sangiovese to Ciliegiolo, they really do remarkably well. and they are available at all price points. There is some very affordable entry-level wines that are delicious and great, really great with pizza and pasta to drink. And then they make slightly more expensive wines, not quite at the level of the Tuarita wines, but more important wines. So because you make so many wines and so many good wines, what would you say are the 2 or 3 most emblematic wines of Poggio Argentiera?
But for sure, we produce a couple of wine with Sangiovese, the Bella Marsiglia, that is the Morellino di OCG, and the Capatosta. Capatosta is a Maremma Toscana DOC, made with Sangiovese. Morellino, because we are in the area of Morellino. Morellino is probably the most famous easy Sangiovese of Tuscany, and Capatosta is a more complex expression of this wine. And then we add to the Sangiovese other varieties, especially the Cabernet Franc. We found here a very good a very good area for the Cabernet Franc. The wine is complex, is fresh, is drinkable, and good concentration. Very beautiful expression of these varieties, and for this reason, this is one of our main wine here, for the top wine. But also for the entry level, we began to work with the Ciliegiolo. Ciliegiolo is a traditional variety of Tuscany, but is a very pleasant wine. It's sweet, balanced, very velvet tannins. Is really a wine to drink every day with big pleasure.
Yeah, so really a great area. Ciliegiolo is very typical of this area. It has low acidity, so it blends very well with Sangiovese, and it's just a delightful tannin-less red wine. You can age it, you can chill it, and it's just delicious with everything. The Cabernet Franc is an area where Cabernet Franc does well. All of the Tuscan coast is really noteworthy for Cabernet Franc, and it is a great variety, the plantings of which are increasing. And the Morellino di Scansano, which is the flag bearer, the flagship of this area, mainly a Sangiovese wine. It can be blended with other things like Cabernet Merlot, Alicante Bouschet, and certainly the Bella Marsiglia and the Capatosta are 2 of the more famous Morellino di Scansano. Capatosta actually used to be once a Morellino di Scansano Reserva wine. Today, it's a Toscana Rosso. It's easier for people to understand a Tuscany red wine than a Morellino di Scansano Reserva, and that's why that changed. But 4 great wines. There's many other ones here worth trying. A 50% Cabernet Franc, 50% Syrah blend, and Sangiovese blend, Maremmante.
Yes.
Sangiovese.
No, Sangiovese is Syrah and Cabernet Franc.
Syrah and Cabernet Franc, and that's another great wine. So many different wines to try, and Poggio Argentiera, affordable and approachable, and really a lot of fun to drink. So I hope you have fun with them, and see you next time. Ciao.